Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. So, I have leveled up my Articuno a bit. It is now level 55. I have done all the leveling in the Pokémon Tower, so it gets good special attack values. As you can see, special attack of 159 already. Gengar probably has higher and Alakazam has slightly higher. But 159 is not bad. And obviously it's going to gain a few more as I collect effort values for it. I have also taught it Fly, and I've used full PP ups on Ice Beam and Fly. The disadvantage of the Articuno as you catch it is that it really only knows Ice Beam and all the other moves are, I guess, less than ideal. It won't learn any new attacks until level, I think, 62 or maybe 61. It definitely doesn't learn moves very fast. And I think the next move it learns isn't very good. So I will probably be giving this thing quite a few TMs. Yeah, but I guess that's everything I did off camera. We're now back in, I think, Pallet Town. Let's just make sure. Yeah, Pallet Town. Right where we started off. And I'll show you the fastest way to Cinnabar Island. If you're not interested in Articuno or you don't want to do it yet because you don't think you're strong enough, basically, this is another way to get there. Stop blocking my path, you fat person. So firstly, there's a patch of grass here. I don't think there's anything super important here. I think Tangela, which probably isn't how it's called, what it's called in English. It is Tangela. Which in the first generation, from what I know, is the only pure plant type Pokemon. Everything else is got a second type to it. Or grass type, I guess. But yeah, if you want one, this is one of the places you can get it. I think you can get Reticates and some other stuff there, but I don't believe there's anything super unique. So let me just deal with these trainers as I always do. There's also... Oh, wasn't he one of those guys who just have Magikarps over and over again? Oh well. There's also the other direction you can use to get to the Seafoam Island. Or I guess Seafoam Island. I'll be showing that eventually. But I don't really have a reason to return to that place. I have pretty much gotten what I wanted there, which was the Articuno. There's a few other optional areas that we will need to cover. Coming up next is going to be a bit of a gym fight. Well, first I need to get the key and then I can do the gym fight. But once I've done that, I can move to sort of bonus content, which is completely new in the remakes in Fire Red and Leaf Green, which was not in the original Red and Blue games. And I believe that's also the first places where I can get... Your Magikarps are being annoying. But I think that's also one of the first places where I can get the sort of new generation Pokemons, because this is a Gen 3 game, and so far all we've encountered are Gen 1 Pokemon. So yeah, takes a bit of time to get to the sort of expanded Pokédex things. I think right now I won't be able to access all of the new content. It's basically a set of islands, and I think I can only access the 1, 2, and 3 islands. And it might be that those don't actually contain new Pokemon yet. I think only after I've defeated the top 4, or the Elite 4 rather, for the first time, will I be able to unlock the other islands. I think they go up to Island 7. And there I will be able to find a lot of the new Pokemon. So yeah, there is that. And then there's another optional area, which we've already passed, and I think I've drawn attention to it when we went past it, but we couldn't get to the area proper yet because we need surf, which we now have. And that is the power plant, which is basically a deserted power plant at this point. And that's where you can find another one of the legendary bird Pokemon. The electric one, which it's called Zapdos in German. I'm not sure if that's its English name. As I said, this is one of those games where I get languages really confused. Okay, so your sister doesn't get enough exercise. She doesn't look that fat to me, though. In fact, she looks like all the other water trainers around here. Anyway, Sea Giant Starmie. Definitely a lot tougher than the trainers we fought on this route so far, so I guess it's nothing to worry about, but it is more powerful. Yeah, I want to fight... Wing attack has a stab bonus, I believe. And I'm not sure if Bite or Twister will do more. Let's just do a Twister. I think Twister hits both of his opposing Pokemon. Some attacks in these sort of double battles have different... Okay, that did nothing. Have different sort of hitboxes. Not really, but for example, if I use Surf, I think that would hit both Pokemon as well. And then there's even some attacks which will hit all Pokemon, including yourself and your partner Pokemon. And all those things just kind of make the double battles a little more interesting. In a single battle, obviously, everything is a single target attack. The double battles add some variety. There we go. As always, I'm going to be doing all of these trainer battles, but if there's not much to say, I'll probably just shut up and let you watch it. But Charizard is actually almost level 55 now, that's kind of nice. Oh, I got poisoned. That sucks. Now Charizard, I guess just from looking at it, is pretty much a dragon. And dragon type moves are supposed to be effective against dragons, so that Twister would have actually been powerful against a dragon. But Charizard, while being effectively a dragon, doesn't have the dragon type, it's a fire flying type. So yes, it looks like a dragon, it's a flying fire-spitting lizard, which I guess according to many definitions makes it a dragon. But just like Gyarados, it does not actually have the dragon type. Not sure if Bite will work well. Not really. But I'm guessing Twister won't do much either. It's a water poison type, so Surf and Hydro Pump aren't a good idea. Even though they are stab moves, let's try Hydro Pump. Yeah, it's okay. And just so that we hit it with everything, let's give it a Surf as well. That should be the kill. And no, I was in the right tab. I want my berry pouch. I do definitely have anti-poison berries. Pecha berries, 93 of those. So yeah, I don't have to be careful with those. I still have the cleanse tag equipped, but what I'll actually do is I'll take it away from Charizard, because Gyarados will now actually be leading the party. And Gyarados will be switched down to here. And now let's go all the way to the bottom. I have tons of items that I need to get rid of eventually. And let's give this to Gyarados. As we've seen, it's not as effective as using a proper repel, but it'll decrease encounters without removing them fully, which is, I guess, somewhat ideal really for my purposes. I'm not going to be wasting anything on a Tentacool. Level 18. If it was level 30, I'd do it, but no. Sadly, as you can see, these guys do not engage unless you're on actual dry ground, so you have to keep jumping off your Pokemon to engage them if you want to fight them. And yeah, swimming past them doesn't work. Which, I don't know, I'm not sure if that was some sort of technical problem, so they couldn't really do it. But protect, well, fun. But I don't know. I guess they're sort of fishing, so it would make sense if you swim right in front of them, that they would get angry about that because, you know, oh, you're scaring the fish away. So I would expect me swimming right in front of them to make them angry, but I don't know. I guess because it's water and they're on land, they couldn't make that work or something. I don't know. I think they could have handled that a little more dynamically, I guess. Make it a little more interesting. And this guy wants to fight while he's fishing, which doesn't work. If you've ever done sort of normal standard fishing with a fishing rod, you know that the whole point is that you sit there and say nothing, do nothing, don't move for a long time. And doing a fight while fishing wouldn't really work. Okay, so that didn't do much. I mean, I guess it's to be expected. Gyarados' powerful moves at this point, because they get the stab bonus, are Hydro Pump and Surf. And yeah, I can't use those because I'm mostly facing water Pokemon here. Funnily enough, the gym that's coming up though is the Fire Gym, so Gyarados will actually have opportunity to shine there. And we're also approaching the Pokemon Mansion, which we'll actually need to do before... Hello. Before the gym. And there's also a fair amount of fire Pokemon in there. There's also some poison types and I guess Raticate, but... or Raticats. Raticate, right? But as I said, there's also a fair amount of fire Pokemon, so it's pretty cool. This should be super effective because Starmie is actually a water psychic type, so I have a type advantage against the psychic aspect of his Pokemon. Wow, did not mean to jump on that little sandbank, I guess. You there, fight me. So, basically neck deep in water and you're telling me to feel the sun and the wind, when what you mostly feel is the water. Fair enough. I'm not sure if Bite, being a dark move, is special against... No, okay, it's just average. I thought maybe it was a fighting type, and I'm never quite sure if dark is not effective against fighting or what the deal is there. Tentacool, nope. Gyarados can definitely stay in for that. I should have probably actually switched to Alakazam, but who cares. Oh, that's doing a lot of damage. Not. Even though I think the damage over time that wrap does is actually a certain percentage of your health. Why am I changing? I don't want to change. So it might be that the wrap initial damage is very heavily reduced because of level difference and all that. Oh, it flinched. Nice. But I think the damage over time might actually be significant no matter your level. I'm not sure though. Okay, poisoning me doesn't really matter. I can heal that before it actually ticks. Hyper Beam! Oh yes, we definitely want to make room for Hyper Beam. I just don't know what to drop. I do have to keep Surf. I want to keep Hydro Pump. Hyper Beam is more damaging and more accurate than Hydro Pump, but it has a cooldown, so once I've used it I need to wait the next turn. I'm actually going to drop Twister. It's only a 40 attack. And Bite is 60, has more AP and also more PP, and also makes the enemy, or make the enemy flinch. Twister might have a higher rate, but I don't have Stab on Twister. I don't have Stab on Bite either, but it doesn't matter, so yeah, let's forget Twister. The advantage of Hyper Beam is that it's a normal type move, so with the exception of, I think, Ghosts really, it's useful against everything. Oh, I should not forget to Berry Pouch, remove poison. Also, yeah, I didn't quite mention this, but as I have 9 nuggets now, I'll actually show you Hyper Beam in this fight. I have 9 nuggets again. That's because I obviously used my Meowth while leveling up the Articuno. The good thing about the Poké Tower is that even though my Ice Beam only had 16 PP, and that's with it fully increased, I believe if I use this I won't be able to switch Pokemon next turn, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, because of that sort of cleansing, healing field thing that you have in the Pokemon Tower. Oh, apparently I can change Pokemon. It doesn't actually matter that I have so few PP on my pretty much main damage move there, because I can refill them so very quickly and so very easily. Will a confusion be enough? I have 22 levels on you, it's stat bonus. Yeah, it's easily enough. Okay. I'm taking the cleanse tag. I'm not going to give it to Alakazam though. I prefer the And hey, Dragonite's no longer at the very bottom of the list. I prefer the Psychic, or the, what's it called, the Bent Spoon? Because of its, well, its damage bonus. Okay, firstly, we will be going into the Poké Center. Sort of casually, privately, while basically lying in bed at night, going to sleep and such, I have started playing a bit of Pokemon Diamond, which is a 4th gen game. 4th gen game, whatever. Game, obviously. Game. And in that game you can run while in the... Okay, I thought that might have been one of Professor Oak's aids. You can run even while indoors, and in this game you cannot. I'm currently holding B down, which should make me sprint. It doesn't. Okay, actually, yeah, I need a ton of additional Ultra Balls. I can't carry 99, but I can probably carry 61, and I definitely have the money. So I now have 80, that should be fine for the moment. I also want... let's go with 50 Hyper Potions. And that should be all for the moment, but I also have some stuff I can sell, mostly nuggets. And I know I'm burning through a lot of money here, but there's not really... Oh, I could sell the X Special, I never use those. I have used I've just used up a lot of money, but I also have just bought a lot of items, so it'll be a while before I need to spend any more money, basically. I don't need the Paralyze heal. Don't need the Burn heal. Don't really need the antidotes either. I should have remembered to use those earlier, but I'll just sell them so they stop taking up space. I have a berry for that as well. I don't need awakenings. All they do is take up space. I think I want to keep the rest. I guess I could eventually just use my normal potions out of combat, because why not? But yeah, that's that. This here is the Pokemon Lab. And we definitely want to go in here. I think we want to go to this room to the very right. This one. And I think we want to talk to this guy. Hey you, stop running away. Hiya, I'm an important doctor. Yes, very much so indeed. Here I study rare Pokémon fossils. All the time I study. You have a fossil for me? Let's just start with a Helix fossil. Oh, that is Helix fossil, isn't it? It is. Sorry. It is fossil of Omanite. Oh, he's just not speaking properly. Fair enough. A Pokémon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokémon live again. Sure. So we're giving him the Helix fossil? I take a little time. You go for a walk. You go for a walk a little while. Okay. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a foreign accent. I feel if I do like a Russian accent now, people will think it's racist. I don't know why people think that's racist, but people are stupid. But yeah, I'll just read them out normally. I'll teach you a nifty move. Teach it to a Pokemon and watch the fun unfold. It's a move called Metronome. Does it strike your fancy? Not immediately. I think Metronome does a completely random move. Eevee can evolve into one of 3 kinds of Pokemon. We know that. I made it into a Flareon, I believe. I've actually watched a stream by a German guy recently. I do not want to do that trade. Okay, you found a fossil inside Mount Moon. I already have that. No, I don't want to do that either. I can catch a Tangela here. Why would I want to do that trade? That's silly. Now what you want to do is leave the lab and instantly go back in. And that will basically be enough time for him to have revived your Pokemon. Or at least that's how it was in the originals. You late! Where were you? Your fossil is back to life. It was Omanite, like I think. And so we don't want to give it a nickname, and it goes into box 14. Hiya, I am important doctor. Yes, very much so indeed. Here I study rare Pokemon fossils. All the time I study. Have you a fossil for me? Old Amber. It is a fossil of Aerodactyl, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again, blah blah blah. We've been over that. So let's once again leave. We need to actually leave the place. Leaving the room is not enough. You need to actually walk outside. But I used to think that you actually have to wait a certain amount of in-game time. That is not the case. You just walk right in, and that's enough time. I really want to sprint in here. I mean, I could use the speed up feature, but I feel that makes for very bad style. It's bad enough having to use an emulator. I don't want to overuse its features. And we get an Aerodactyl. I don't want to give that a nickname. So you only get one of the, you either get the Helix or the Dome fossil per playthrough. So if you want both of these Pokemon, you'll need to basically start a different game and trade them over. Ideally, what you want to do is, I think you might be able to breed them. So anyway, what you probably want to do is get a friend and get him to play the other edition. So if you play FireRed, let him play Leaf Green and vice versa. Incidentally, can't enter the gym. The door is locked. And if we approach the door from any direction, it'll do that. So don't want to walk past that, it's completely pointless. And what we need to do is enter the Pokemon Mansion, which is sort of deserted. And there's a bunch of Pokemon in here. I've actually... yeah, I should probably cut. Oh, quick attack. Oh, that sucks. Even though I have a huge level advantage, my defensive values are very poor. Anyway, I'll make a cut here. I'll do the Pokemon Mansion all in one go next episode. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.